Hi, this is Nick for Sydney TAFE Media. We're here today at Good Games. We're going to go in, we're going to have a chat with some tabletop and card gamers, find out how a store like Good Games, which caters to quite a niche market, is continuing in a world which is seemingly moving towards being on the couch in regards to its electronic media. Let's go in.
I'm Demi and this is Mike and we're here at Good Games. So Mike, what brings you here?
Magic.
How many times a week do you come here?
Once, maybe twice a week.
So what keeps you coming back?
I guess the player base is quite large, so you're always versing with different people and always coming up with new combinations of cards.
So, what got you into card gaming?
Card gaming specifically? Well, I used to play when I was very young in school. And a few years ago, a couple of friends were playing it and sort of got back into it. And then I met some really cool people here that go to uni and sort of something to do after work. And it uses my mind, stimulating. I enjoy it, and I can afford it now, unlike when I was a kid. So yeah, it's something to do.
What's the difference between this kind of gaming and PC gaming?
I guess the cost, really. This is probably more expensive. It's relative, I guess, because I guess for PC gaming you need to buy a computer. This you can have all the ongoing costs like buying actual cards. For PC games you might just pay like $80 for a game and then you can just play it for a long time potentially. So it's probably a bit more cost prohibitive. Like, it doesn't have to be though. So this is probably more social as well because you actually have to play against someone face to face. With for PC gaming, like you can't play this really by yourself either. The PC gaming you got to play it like, you know, by yourself or over the internet against people generally. So
yeah,
this is probably more social. Would be yeah.
How often do you come to Good Games?
This particular store every Friday, but I also go to Good Games Burwood on Saturdays to meet up with my friends.
Oh, okay, so they got one at Burwood as well?
Yeah.
Because I know they've got a few here, some in the suburbs as well?
Yeah, I also go to Central, but a little bit less often now,
Okay.
ever since Town Hall opened.
And what do you play?
I play Japanese card games, so I don't play Vanguard competitively, but I play Vice Wash competitively. I can't really say the game properly either.
Is it difficult to pronounce, is it? Or?
Yeah, it's a Japanese card game, but with a German name, so it's a bit hard to pronounce German names sometimes.
The best of both worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's your absolute favorite thing? Like why do you keep coming back? Apart from the magic, is it like the atmosphere, the people?
Yeah, it's probably the people, I guess, and just the ability to test your ideas against theirs.
So you come here after university and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and how long have you been coming here for?
Probably about the last year and a half or so.
Yeah, what are your favourite games?
Basically just Magic. Just play Magic together.
And how did you get into it?
I had a group of friends that just drafted for fun at a place that they have in Sydenham, and they just kind of invited me along to a few. Got hooked, started coming to the store and playing some more competitive Magic.
How much time do you dedicate to card gaming?
Card gaming, I probably at least come here once a week, try and play, sometimes two or more.
Because I know that with PC gaming it's becoming like quite big in terms of like the internationals and there's like a lot of kind of global tournaments.
Yeah, it's like pro gaming or esports is, even a few years ago, was really starting. Like, you know, you have the World Cyber Games here, which is sponsored by Samsung. There's, you know, big cash prizes, and it's growing more and more now, especially with like internet streaming. So a lot of tournaments are all streamed. Magic the Gathering is also streamed online as well, the tournaments and that. So I'd say both PC gaming and this sort of gaming is like growing in popularity and will probably be considered more like a sport, kind of like how you'd see poker is now. So I mean, poker's still only really sort of come out about new because it got onto ESPN and that's how it got big and popular and why it's so big now. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years you'll see these kind of sports, maybe not this, but definitely like computer gaming sports will be equivalent. So it's already heading that way.
Did Pokemon start as a game or as a cartoon?
Pokemon started as a manga, so a drawn cartoon, but I tried Pokemon before as well. I didn't like it.
You didn't like Pokemon?
No, competitive Pokemon is horrible.
So you didn't choose Pikachu?
It's because competitive Pokemon don't use the stuff we all knew as like basic. Yeah, like you don't use your Charmanders or Pikachus. You just use those legendary Pokemons now that are just overpowering, and it's not a very fun game when that comes.
All right, yeah. Once they're on the board, it's like it's all over.
Yeah, it's really horrible. I saw the gameplay. I'm just like, no, stay away.
Not for
stay
you.
away from Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh.
And why do you keep coming here? Is it the community?
Yeah, well, community is definitely a big part of it. The game itself is really fun and addicting. But the reason I like to come in and play rather than being on Magic Online or something really is getting face to face with some people. You know, I think I've made a good group of like 30 friends just by coming here regularly, and it's nice. We all meet on the weekends and play with each other outside of the context of the shop. So yeah, it increases your group of friends wherever you go to kind of start coming into shops.